This video has been sponsored by Pen Infatuation. Make sure that you use the code "Oh my gosh, I love pen so much" for your first month of use to be free. Hey, you may wonder- no, stop this. Play competition. You may wonder why I played Paper Mario music in the background when this is a Sonic Adventure 2 video. Well, moving on. The mech stages in Sonic Adventure 2 are widely hated in the Sonic community, along with the treasure hunting stages. Those complaints I don't understand. I think everyone is a little crybaby who doesn't like things to be different, even though it's still a platformer with only a tiny change in how you go about, platforming. But today I'll figure out if those jerks are justified in their complaints by answering the question, does Tails really need the mech? This will work by me using the Chao Garden version of Tails and going into both his and Eggman stages, except for Route 101. I also tried Cannon's Core, but yeah, I'm not so sure that's gonna be possible. Just a hunch though. Yeah, this version of our two-tailed Van Gogh character cannot shoot anything, making certain sections of levels harder or straight up impossible to get through for some levels. If over 50% of the levels are possible with this challenge, then it's a no to the question, and a yes if it's the opposite. First of all, you may notice how tiny Tails is. Second of all, I can destroy robots by flying into them, but I can't get the one behind the gate because, no gun. We also have this grounded tail whip attack, but it's not as useful as in the Chao Garden because there aren't any enemies on the ground that are necessary to destroy. Unlike his previous appearances, Tails can fly forever, but never rises. So unhelpful. I'm lowering your rank on the tier list, Tails. We'll see this later, but despite supposedly being on a similar speed par as Sonic, he is slow as molasses. And that reminds me of that one time my kindergarten bully was making fun of my speed when I worked and constantly said I was slow as molasses. Sorry. Anyways, this level is impossible, and it's the first one of the challenge, so we're off to a great start already. Okay, we can actually play a level, and Tails, what did I say about smoking? This freaking kid. Anyway, this level is pretty fun and challenging. For instance, we can't use the pulleys for some reason, so we have to fly around to get to moving platforms. But like I said before, Tails is extremely slow, so it's a pain to try and maneuver around the intended route. But it's not like there's some unintended route that we could use to skip a lot of the level or something.
There isn't.
But this level is possible in all its slowness. This is seriously what you jerks wanted? Give me a big fat break. This level is pretty linear, so it will be much more challenging to get around. There are doors that need to be destroyed to pass by, but we can rely on a little thing called no collision. That's German for no collision. At higher locations, there are walls that lose collision, so by getting enough height, we can fly above them. I also learned something useful, and to do that, we could fly while grabbing a pulley. That'll send us upward with a lot of vertical momentum, and it can even be stacked while the pulley is lowering itself. This is especially useful on this stage because we can use this tech to get over most of the stage. This would have been great to know on Mission Street. I wish someone would have told me beforehand. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, so apparently it's not as useful there as it is here. Huh, now I feel bad for killing Hand. Anyways, there's a certain section that is actually impossible to get past here. Thankfully, we can take advantage of the no collision. You see the German word? It means no collision. And reach the Lost Chao section. Here we can take a spring that sends us way higher than normal. Now we can skip that entire portion and win the level. This level starts out promising until we get to the part where we have to grab a few pulleys. Unlike in Hidden Base, they don't get us enough required height, so we cannot continue this level. The Instead of destroying robots to open doors, like in Prison Lane, we have to blow up the doors. And we can't really do that. I mean, Tails doesn't exactly look like a gun to me, unless you squint your eyes so much that you close them and imagine Tails as a gun. This level is extremely open, so it allows for us to play around. And this level is one of the few mech levels with a ramp in it. And when you go off it and immediately fly, Tails does a little backflip really slowly. All that being said, the level is as possible as clicking this button. Ah! Same thing as Iron Gate. It's as possible as a person who doesn't exist clicking that button. Wait, I didn't even. It's really the easiest stage since there are no doors or restrictive walls. I did completely fly over the stage just in case though. You can never be too cautious. Plus, it makes the level easier anyway. For some reason, Tails isn't affected by the low gravity at all, which is the main point of the stage. And this level is pretty adamant about going up, so it's not like we can catch up with the level by flying around. In fact, I tried doing that, but I combusted into flames at the execution of that, so that makes this level impossible. Well, there you have it. The possible stages seem more openly spaced and don't have unavoidable doors. It seems that Tails does need the mech most of the time, but I can't help but feel like they should have mixed both playstyles, like have him fly around with a little laser gun. Of course, that wouldn't help him very much with different kinds of missions. Alright now, like and subscribe or else I'll change the Netflix terms of service to where your devices have to be registered in the same room.